bright. Hello, 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 hello. Sorry, I'm eating. I apologise. I do apologise. Are we streaming? I think we are streaming. Stream health. Stream is healthy. Stream status. Good. No issues. Excellent. Perfect. Right, let me pull this closer because I seem like I'm maybe a little bit quiet or something, but we'll see. You can tell me. Sorry, I'm eating some peanuts and I'm also drinking, so you'll hear me slurping as well. How is everyone? How you doing? Wonderful. I'm yes, decided to go for a nice fizzy beverage, one which will shall not be named. It does contain alcohol, so let's hope nothing bad happens. Right, so it's been a while. It's been a long while. Hopefully it's going to be a little bit better here because I've got a new internet connection. I've moved house in the time since you last saw me. And I've got a different connection, and I'm hoping it's a bit better and it's not as laggy and it's not there's a little bit less delay on it and stuff. So if you are speaking or typing, typing in chat and stuff, I'm hoping that you'll be able to I'll be able to have a conversation with you instead of answering like 10 minutes later or something. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, let's get on with it. I'm rambling as per usual. I'm rambling. Let me say something in the chat. Just so anyone who's watching, if you want to talk to me, just making sure it's working. It looks like it's working my end chat-wise. Okay, that's cool. Rock on. So, what am I doing tonight? I've got a ruckload, an absolute ruckload. Well, a few Makita drills. As you probably saw from the thumbnail, I think I've got like 10, maybe 10. I bought 10 broken Makita drills. Yeah, that's right. They're all trash. Or are they trash? This is the question. Oh God, that one sounds like it's trash, doesn't it? Oh, broken button, knackered. Anyway, so what I'm going to do, go through them because previously, and let me show you. I've just been on a bit of a fixing frenzy with drills lately, and I fixed a few, and then I just started randomly just buying too many of them from eBay. Let me see if I can share these shots with you. 1 second. Let's dump them there. See if I can just show them you on stream. Yeah, so I grabbed a few drills. I fixed a couple. I fixed a couple of hammer drills, 18-volt Makita hammer drills, and I fixed a couple of impact drivers as well, Makita impact drivers. And I think the most expensive one of them was about 14 quid, and the most I've paid to fix one of them is probably about 16 or 17 quid. So I think the most any of them have cost me is like 30 quid, at the very most. And they're good. They seem to be working happily. They just needed a really good clean. I'm just starting to find out that basically people are they're just throwing stuff like that away just because they don't know how to change simple stuff like the brushes and things like that. I mean, to be fair, some of them were a bit nasty. They were a bit yeah. Let's show you this one. Let's show you this. Hang on a second. So this is one. This is one that I got recently, and you can see the absolute state of it. It was pretty bad around the yoke around here. It was pretty awful, and it was just caked. This is the worst one I've seen, actually. It was absolutely caked in like oil and crap and stuff. It was pretty damn awful. Yeah, it was bad. I mean, yeah, you can see by the state of it, basically. It's a bit of a state. But let's see. Did I grab a shot of the inside of it? 1 second. Let's see if I've got it. Here we go. Hang on a sec. So this was after I'd cleaned it up. So it looks a hella different now. This compared with this. That's what it is now. That's what it was. So you can see it's a little bit cleaner than previously, and it works. What did I change on this? All I did was clean it and change the brushes. That's all I did. I didn't do anything else to it. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nada. Here it is. 1 sec. This one. That's this one. Here it is. Put a new little rubber end thing on it here. This little rubber bumper. Sprayed all the black kind of end of the gear assembly at the end here when I opened it up. The black part there, I just resprayed it and cleaned it up, cleaned all the rust off it. Same with this. Opened it up, put some new grease in it as well, changed the brushes, completely took the body apart, washed it all just in like hot soapy water with a toothbrush, cleaned it up, and then I went to the trouble of like getting an acrylic paint pen and actually just painting this back on as well. But it's beautiful. It works like a charm, man. Nothing wrong with it. The battery indicator thing works. Everything works. It's fine. Someone's going to throw it in the bin. You know what I mean? Well, they weren't going to throw it in the bin. They sold it to me, so it's great. The Beast. Love it. That's one of my batteries I made as well. Look at it. Going strong. Going strong, guy. Yeah, so that's good. I'll show you another one. I don't have any photos for this one, but here's another one. And let me assure you, it was an absolute mess. And here it is. It didn't work. Same thing. I think this one cost me less than 15 quid. It didn't work. It was like making horrible noises and stuff. All I did to this was take it apart, clean it, like top to bottom, stripped it, put some new grease in the gear assembly as well. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a beautiful drill. There we go. So I've got another one here. Here's another one I redid. It looked like trash as well. This is another one. I haven't actually painted the thing back on there, but just replaced. Most of them are just missing that bumper, and they look really crap and stuff. But this is fine as well. It's good. So yeah, I've got a load. You could actually, if I bring this in, like I've got one sitting over here, which you can probably just see on the side. I haven't opened it up. These ones with the plastic chucks. These are DHP 456. This is with the plastic chuck. It's like the 458, which is the metal one I just showed you, but it's obviously a plastic chuck, and it just doesn't. It's got the this one's got like the metal gear assembly on the It just seems a bit more sturdy, and that is the cheaper version of this basically. So I'm trying to get hold of these DHP 458s because I've fixed a couple of them now, and I kind of know what I'm dealing with, and the issues seem to be the same. They seem to be. People say like, I pull the trigger and it doesn't work. The light comes on but it doesn't work, which is a good sign, because I've noticed when fixing these, that if it pulls, the light coming on is a good sign. You kind of, my percentage, I'm like on 100% kind of like basically I haven't had anywhere the trigger's gone, which is probably the most well, it's not the most expensive part, but one of the most expensive parts that fail. It's about 25 quid, whereas like brushes are 8 quid. The brush holder is like 8 quid. Do you know what I mean? The stators can be not stator, the yoke. These things are quite expensive. I've got one off another one of these. This is out of one of these. You probably can't see it, but inside it's starting to bubble up and stuff, and it's just quite uneven. I don't really like it. It's starting to almost like delaminate inside, so it's not great. I've got one that's in pieces over here. I bought a body because it was just completely melted. So like someone just like kept like bits of the back of it are melted, and the whole brush assembly was just melted to death. Like I bought a case for this one, but I ended up swapping out the gear assembly on another one because this gear assembly I can't get the chuck to break free. I think the gear assembly's fine. I've opened it up, but I can't get the chuck to break loose. So I need to have a look at that one. Anyway, just going mad. I've gone mad on flipping drills. I've gone mad for drills. My wife's turned the heating on while I'm sitting right next to the radiator to try and cook me alive, so I'm going to open the window. Oh, dear. Yeah, so basically, yeah, it was alright, as it was not too bad. It was like a house movies. It was just, freaking just, you think you're done and you find another stack of boxes and stuff, and it just, as with always, you move in like 2 days and then it takes you like 2 weeks to actually, get settled in and stuff. But it's okay. It's alright. I'm in now. My office is about twice as small as the previous one, so I've had to stack things floor to ceiling. And I can literally just about move my chair around, but I'm happy with it. I'm okay with that. I don't really care. As long as I can sit at my desk and do stuff, I'm not bothered. So, literally, I was just going to sit down tonight and just start opening these up and having a look and see what's wrong with them. I haven't touched any of them, so I have no idea. Like I say, I've got about 10. Whether I'll go through all of them tonight or not, or what, I don't know. But, yeah, I'm just going to start opening them. So I thought I'd... it's a pain in the ass. Yeah, it was a pain in the ass. I hate moving house as well, mate. Yeah, it is. It's like when I moved in here, I said to the landlord, "You're not planning on selling this for a few years, are you? Because I don't want to move again." He's like, "No, definitely not." I'm like, "You sure? Yeah." Not interested in moving house again for another few years, man. Not at all. I'm only round the corner from where I was, not too far away. It was just straightforward. At least it was an easy. It's just a hop down the road, basically. Mate, I wouldn't have even moved. I would have stayed put as well. I wouldn't have even moved if it was up to me. I wouldn't have even moved. But the guy was selling his place, like, so just got to go, ain't you? Got no choice, you know what I mean? It's the issue when you're renting. I wish I could afford to buy somewhere, but I cannot afford a deposit currently, so that ain't happening. Simple as. Right, so... Oh, quickly. Oh, man. Bought this, look. Check this out. Check this out. This, I'm going to see if this can be my my daily soldering iron driver. It's a Pine Sill. Pine 64. These guys who do the single board stuff. But it's called a Pine Sill. A Pine Sill BB2. It's a little soldering iron. And it runs on USB-C or a DC barrel jack. I think what's the voltage? I think it's like 12 volts to 24 or something like that. It takes in. I've got to get around to testing it. It looks pretty good though. I'll tell you what, I was running it off a power bank that'll do like Apple charging, so it does like 20 volts. I was running it on 20 volts off a power bank the other day, and it was going up, and the temp was going up to 430, I think I had it up to. I don't know if it went any further, but I think I had it up to 430 degrees Haven't tested it on actually. Haven't tested it on actually doing some soldering and how it's going to hold up like. But this running off a power bank or a DC barrel. Here we go, 12 to 24 volts. See that? It's up to 450 degrees, which is ridiculous. Nice, easy swap out. And I bought, you can get the little kits with it as well. Look, I bought a load more. But I think these, I've kind of got the impression that these are kind of a universal thing and I can get them anywhere pretty much. Or like at least Amazon anyway. I'm going to check it out. I thought I'd mention that because it is really nice and it's cheap. It's like 25 quid or something. 25 quid for a soldering iron. I mean, if it's decent, you can update the firmware on it and stuff as well. Like I plugged it in and it's like firmware update, and I was like, what? Yeah, anyway, it's great. It looks great, man. So I'm going to check it out. From here, it looks identical. Yeah, it does look. It's the same desk. How you doing, Tono? Firstly. Yeah, it's the same desk, same everything. It's all the same. Yeah. If you look outside of the camera, it's a completely different house. Obviously. But yeah, it looks exactly the same. I had 2 of these desks side by side in the other one. I've only got room for 1 in here, and my 3D printer's right next to me. Yeah. No, it does everything. It's basically everything that was in my last office screwed into a ball and just like emptied into this one, like so. Yeah, it probably will run off an Apple charger for a laptop. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it will because it's running off. I ran it off that power bank, and that's an Apple. Well, it's Apple's not Apple certified, but you know it does 20 volts, which it will charge a MacBook. That power bank I had, so it probably will run off a MacBook power supply. Yeah, definitely. Or any sort of USB-C charger that does like probably like Apple charging or whatever, or I don't know about the new ones like Samsung and stuff, whether they do like 21 volts or 20 volts, probably. But yeah, yes, because of course they do, because I've got one. So yeah, 20 volt phone charger if you like, basically, or laptop charger or whatever. It will run off that. Yeah, peanuts. I'm gonna have some peanuts. Sorry, I've got my this little black area of the screen down here that you can see here, here-ish, here. It's because I've got my phone next to me in case someone sends me a message, and I prefer that you don't see who's calling me and things like that, so I've blacked it out. Yeah, exactly as, yeah. Yeah, one of those. One of those that does all that jazz, indeed. Right, let's open this up anyway. So, first thing you do, take the back off, have a quick look at it. At least it doesn't look like it's melted or it's knackered in any way. Oh god, the brushes look pretty awful. Oh wow, no, it does look a bit melted. Okay, so yeah, there's something going on with the brushes on this. I can see the brush holder, the plastic has started turning into a hot squidgy mess. So let's see if I can do that. So you can see just by the top of the brush holder, it started to melt the body there. See it? See if I can show you down into the brushes. That brush is knackered. It should be flat on the top. It looks like a piece of chipped flint or something. Look at it. It's destroyed, that is. So we'll see how much damage. The first thing I do is look at the brushes, and then I always just kind of, probably shouldn't, but I always just plug it into a battery and just see what's going on with it. If it makes a noise or starts smelling bad, I only just touch the trigger just to see what's going on with it, like. But here we go. Look, this, I've seen this on the back of another one as well. The plastic started to melt around here. That's what the black is. See how it started to raise up and like melt and stuff. So there's some issue going on. Been a bit of heat going on in the back of here. The last one I saw like this is that one I've got in pieces over there. Everything else was fine, but it needs a new brush holder. It needs new brushes, and the I don't even know that. take these things apart. I don't even know the name of them. The bit that spins, I'll show it you in a minute, and I'll tell you. You can tell me the name of it if you like. It's probably going to work best. But yeah, that bit needs replacing as well, because that completely melted on the other one I've seen like this, which is that one that's sitting there, which isn't actually that much. You can get all those parts I've just mentioned, the brush holder, the brushes, and the, I don't know, what is it called, like the rotor or something like that. The little spinny part that the brush kind of works on, if you like. Yeah, you can get that part as well, and I think it's about like 23 or 24 quid for all of those bits, which ain't bad considering these drills in this kind of condition, which isn't terrible, but still, like, you know, used. They go for about like 50 to 60 quid on eBay, these do. And if you can buy this for a tenner, fix it for 25 quid, 35 quid, you know. I mean, you know, not even though it's like a selling model, I suppose, like, but even like if you want to, like I did when I first bought one, I bought a couple of broken ones because I was like, oh, I'm not paying like freaking £100 for a drill. I'll just see if I can buy a broken one and see if I can fix it. Stator, okay, mate, cool, yeah, that one, exactly. So yeah, I bought an Impact, and I was like, and I didn't do anything to it. I did nothing. I didn't even change the brushes. I just opened it and cleaned it, and it worked. The guy said, doesn't work. It works. It's fine. You're just a lazy git, and you can't be bothered to clean your drill. People throw in stuff like that in the bin, man. You know what I mean? It's just crazy. I was like, yeah, I think I paid like 12 quid for it. It's just ridiculous. Could have gone out and spent like 80 quid on one or something on those Impact drivers. Spent like 12 quid on it. Even guys at work are like, oh, why don't you just buy a new one? Just buy one. I'm like, because I don't want to spend that much money on a Impact driver. Oh, it'd be crap, it won't work. Okay. £15 later. How's about bowls? It works. How's about that? I've seen this before as well. It's sticking where it's actually, where the brushes have melted to that brush holder. It's just stuck on. It's not too bad actually. You see it there. If I just hold it, you see it there. It's not too bad. It's literally just started to go, but it hasn't melted the body at all. It's actually okay. It's fine. It's pretty clean inside. It's actually, it doesn't look too bad at all inside. Okay, this is literally, I get the feeling this is just going to be the brushes and the brush holder, which is about 9 on 12 quid all in. Everything else, the yoke, I think it's called, this bit. Yeah, this block here, they're about 20 quid. But they're, the ones I've opened up, they're all like surface rust and that. They're just clean up, a bit of wire brush and that. They're fine. Be careful getting the speed buttons out of here, because the springs just fucking, they just go everywhere. Try and keep that stuck to it. Oh god, yeah, that does look a bit nasty actually. Let's have a look. Okay. So this part is generally the part that's always going to be alright. Kind of the most sturdiest part, I think. Chuck seems okay. It's in and out, it's turning, it's good. Yeah. Generally, that's kind of the most sturdiest part. There we go. Look at the state of that. You can see it's melted the brushes, the holder. So it's melted all the plastic in there, if you can see that. So that's the issue with that. Probably got grease in it and probably just got locked up or something. I mean, who knows? But the fact is that I don't think there's anything else wrong with that. I think it's just that. Brushes and one of them. In fact, you know, I've probably got, well, I've got spare brushes because I bought a few packs before. And I'll probably even get a holder out of one of the others. If one of them's got like a bad trigger or something, I'll get the holder out of one of the others and I can put it together. So that's no, I mean, you know, those of you who know me on here, which is probably all of you, because there's only like 4 of you here anyway. I'm not a big electrics person, like, which is why anyone can do this stuff. You know, I said it before, like if you like the battery videos that I've got on my site, like I don't know, like before I built that e-bike and that battery that's on this YouTube channel, before I built that battery, I didn't even know what series and parallel was. Like seriously, I had absolutely no idea. What do you mean by series? What do you mean? Like I had absolutely no idea. I knew nothing. So if I can do it with that sort of knowledge, you can do this. Do you know what I mean? It's just like most of it's just looking at it and go, that looks screwed. Do you know what I mean? I mean, to be fair, you know, if it got any deeper and stuff, most of them are sealed parts anyway. So it's just like swap that. You know, it's kind of evident if the trigger's not working, the light doesn't come on or something, or if you've got a couple, you could swap it out and just test it out and stuff. And you know, you can say, oh, it's not the trigger, it's this, or the light's not working, the trigger's fine, stuff like that. You know, so. And they're all swappable. Every single part on it is, you can order parts for it. Like I say, some parts are just, it's not worth it because it gets to the point where it's just so expensive, you know. Yeah, but that's trash. That is trash. Let's see if I can focus on it. You can see it's trash anyway. You can see that's trash. You can see all of that is just melted. Take it from me, it shouldn't look like that if you don't know. So yeah, that is in the bin. Let's have a look at this. So, I mean, this looks kind of, I don't really need to look at this because I can see just how clean it is. It's got no surface rust on it, so it's not going to start like delaminating the magnet's not going to start, it's not going to be bubbling or anything. It's clean, it's good. The stator, as Tony put it. Okay. Yeah, that's knackered. It's melted the oh wait, I'm gonna have to look at this off camera 1 second. That's tough. I think yeah, it's come unstuck and has it, or is that, I think there's bits of melted plastic in it. I'll cross-reference it with another one when I open it up. It's a shame because that's pretty clean apart from what looks like a bit of melted plastic in there. These sides are fixed though, so this all looks good. It's here. In here, it looks like there's a bit of melted plastic in there. You see it? It doesn't look great. This gunk shouldn't be on here, but that's like cleanable quite easily. He says as he turns around to grab something to clean it with and realises he's got no kitchen roll in here or anything. Yeah, exactly. I just don't understand why people don't have a go at these things, man. It's not like, it's like what's the worst that's going to happen? You're not going to fix it. Or you're going to go like, well, I don't really know, or you know, and the thing is, some people will try and fix it, and then the second time round they'll go, well, I'm not going to bother because I couldn't do it the first time. But you might open it up and go, okay, like I did with these, and I figured out that these are probably the better ones to fix because I fixed like 3 of them, and I was like, okay. And then as soon as I open one up, I'm like, okay, oh, I know this, you know that, you've seen this before, you've seen that. It's just learning, isn't it? You know, just gotta get the kettle on. Of course you have. I usually have the kettle on, but I've got myself a cider tonight. Yeah, get a little bit of I get a bit of fine sandpaper on. Again, I don't know whether I should do it or not, but I get a little bit of fine sandpaper on there and just spin it. And I mean fine, like 1,500 or whatever. It's just like, I can just clean those, this copper part up here where the brushes come into contact. I can clean that up quite easily. And that'd even, I mean, it's probably been running with all that oil and gunk on it anyway, so. But that's a shame because it's actually pretty damn spotless, other than the fact that there's a few like chunky scratches on it and stuff, which you can just see as the light comes off it there. But they're not like indented or terrible. I'm going to cross-reference that with another one and see if it's knackered or not. Whether that's maybe a bit of hot plastic that's not going to cause an issue. We'll see. I'll reference that with something else. So, okay, so I know pretty much that maybe the stator is gone, and definitely needs brushes, and it needs brushes and a brush holder to get that going again. So let's bang that back together quickly. Should go in quite easily without the brush holder. Getting them all lined up is a bit of a nightmare, usually, but without the brush holder in, it's not too bad. It's the brush holder that holds you up usually. So it just likes to sit in a little slot, and if you can't get it in there, it's a bit of a pain. That's a bit of a piece as well. Let's take that out. There's a little notch on these, as you can see just there, and that notch goes on the inside, so it faces the other way. This little copper stripe, sometimes it's a little purple stripe, stays on the outside when you're putting these back together. Don't think I need to put it back together as one piece really without the brush holder in. I can actually just do this, struggling for no reason. Just like that. No, I do have to put it together as one. There we go. It wasn't quite in before, that's why. It does all just slot in at some point. There we go. It's all in. Put that back there. Trigger back in. Copper plate back in there. And then just pop the side of that back on. So literally all I'm doing tonight is I'm just going through and saying, okay, what's the issue with this? What can I do with that? Can this be fixed, you know? I'm literally just doing that with this pile of drills I've got. I've got a little, excuse me, I've got an impact driver amongst them all, which I'm interested to see because it looks an absolute mess from the outside. And they're my favourite ones, the ones that people probably wrote off the most, just the possibility that they can be fixed. They're the ones that I enjoy. The ones that are just absolutely caked and someone says, you'll never fix that. Alright. Mr. Negative. Let's see, shall we? Just going to pop the screws back in a little bit just to keep them in place so I don't lose them. Although I've got that many of these Makita screws knocking around here, I won't have a problem. Yeah, just really simple to take apart, so there's nothing, no crazy science to this. It just amazes me that people don't bother. It really does amaze me. The one awkward screw is always this one in the back corner. It's the right size driver. Well, the one that I've got doesn't quite go into there, so it's a little bit of a pain. Oh, I don't want to lose them as well. Should have put them back in the trigger, but it's fine. Put them in my little magnet tray. Keep them safe. That might need replacing because of the melted thing. This is what holds that bearing kind of in the centre, basically. That's melted a little bit. It might be all right, to be fair. We'll find out. Yeah, let's leave it off for now. No, let's screw this back on. Let's screw it in. Otherwise, I'm going to get them all confused. Back on. I mean, you know, that cover on the back is there, so you can just easily take it off and change the brushes. The amount of people that just go, doesn't work anymore. Probably don't even know it's got brushes in. I mean, it's just... That's pretty crazy, really. It's got to be in the damn manual to tell you, like, this is where you replace the brushes. This is the part number for the brushes. It's really simple. This one came as a job lot, but I'm not... Actually, I'm looking at... I don't know. I thought it was a metal case there. It might be a metal case, actually. Not seen one. It's a brushless there, I think, because it's short backed like that. I think it's a brushless, and the brushless has these vents on the side as well. From what I've seen before, I've got a feeling that's going to be either a tough fix, too tough for me anyway. How can I take the piss out of something I know nothing about? You probably know more than me, Tony, to be fair. Here we go. Let's have a look at this. Move this keyboard. I'm going to get it covered in crap. Look at the state of that. Oh, God. I love it. That is just solid. Rusted solid. Look at it. Oh. Yeah, how's that sound? Sounds a little bit worse for wear, to be honest, that. But let's find out. It certainly looks like it's been pretty badly neglected, doesn't it? The poor little thing. This is a DT134. The other two I've fixed previously are DT146s. These are pretty simple. That's a good thing about them as well, because you'll get into them, and even if you don't know much about them, you get into the side of one of these, and you just go, yeah, that can go in a bin. I don't know if you were here when I showed the picture of the other one earlier, though, Tony. I'll put it back up because I showed the images of the ones I fixed previously. Yeah, let me show you. Hang on a sec. Okay, so this is the one that I had previously. Look at just the gunk. It was all oil. It must have been in a car shop or something. God knows where it's out of. But it was just absolutely... It was battered. It had no brushes in it. For some strange reason. I don't know why they just took the brushes out and probably thought... Maybe they tried to change them and thought this is just not worth bothering with. But, I mean, when you've treated it that badly, what do you expect, really? And this is how it looks when I finish with it. The yolk cleaned up fine. The top of it, I mean, it was hard getting all the oil off with some solvent and stuff, but it cleaned up fine. I had to free this with some WD, but it freed up easily. Took it apart, re-greased it, put some lube on the bearings in there. It was absolutely fine. Cleaned all this up. Yeah, it was, and I haven't changed anything on this. Nothing at all. I've changed nothing. All I did was clean it and put brushes in it, and it's beautiful. Again, it works. It's a dream. Yeah, so let us find out what kind of joy is hiding inside this one. Looks like a plasterer's been using it, but what does a plasterer use a Makita for? Impact driver? I suppose maybe screwing up boards, maybe, I guess, I don't know. Feels like there's actually no screw in there. Oh no, there is, it's just trash. Brilliant. Oh yeah, cool. You can give me some tips on what's wrong with these things then. What sort of stuff did you fix as? Like power tools, like 240-volt stuff and that, as well as battery, or just all sorts, or... Turbo torch, what's that? Search that on the internet, or just search that on the internet to find out what it is. A TT turbo torch. Is it an old school thing that I'll... Massive bad idea. What is it, like a... Oh, it's like a gas torch or something, or a nitrogen... Hmm. Yeah, but Tony, to be fair, that steam engine thing was such a massive undertaking. It was crazy. I wouldn't have even attempted something like that, man. That's like a... That's not like a repair job. That's like a freaking, like a labour of love. You know what I mean? You gotta put your time into it. Oh my god, that is stuck fast. This may be a quite a poorly drill, actually, by the looks of it. Yeah, gas torch. Okay. Why is it a bad idea to fix it? Because there's the possibility that it blows up in your face after you've done it, or what? Wow, this is really welded on. My god. Oh, that's why it was sealed on with plaster. Look, that's why it wouldn't come off. It was plastered together. Yeah, the brushes don't look too bad. Brushes look alright, actually. Probably the cleanest thing in here. In fact, he might have changed them recently. He's changed them recently. They are new. They do not look at anything like the rest of the drill. I think this drill's just got too much crap in it. Ooh, yeah, that doesn't sound good, man. That's nasty. I'm referring to Az burning his hand, by the way, if you're wondering. I'm not keen on that idea. It's ridiculous. Oh, no. I remember. I have to take these off, this cap off first. So this plastic cap is obviously right over. It's a round thing, so it's holding the two parts together. So you have to take this off. Don't forget, or you just end up snapping the parts, and then it doesn't work after that. And it's not that it costs a lot of money to replace this part, this plastic cap. But you know, the more bits you save, the better. There we go. It's off. It's only a little bit of plaster in there. Oh my god! I think the plaster has actually preserved the paintwork underneath. Look, see, look, plaster's done us a favour. Oh my god, that's crazy as. Oh, Bit mucky inside. A little bit rusty, that. I think he left it out in the rain. Guessing he might have done. Oh, I'm just learning as I go, mate. I just like polished drills keep turning up to the house, and my missus keeps going, "Why have you bought another 4 of these?" I'm like, "Because I just want to look at them and see what's wrong with them." She's like, "What are you going to do with them all?" I don't know. Fix them. Then what? I don't know. See if anyone needs one, maybe. Oh, that's tough. It's tough, man. It seems to be like wedged in. Probably rusted together. In fact, I should take the brushes out of this before I pop that out, to be fair. Brushes are simple on these things. I can get that close. What you do is get your screwdriver underneath that spring, lift it out. A little metal clip on the back as well, which you can lift up. He says, as it doesn't come out. God, is everything wedged on this thing? Wow. 1 second. Hold the line, please, caller. Oh. Can be a bit fiddly, these. They're usually alright. Maybe this has been plastered on as well. Here we go. So I've got the clip off now. Show it to you. Clips off. Brush out. They look alright. It's not broken. It's not. Loads more in that. They'll go back in, they will. They do look new, as I said before. They do look new. Just lift it up and over. Drops into that little groove that's there. What it's for. Right there, look. Let's see if I can get a shot of it. God, my camera. There's a little groove right on the corner. He says, as you can't see it. What have I done with it? Oh, idiot. There, it's a little groove that it drops into. Anyway. Should have done this before it's open, to be fair. Or at least took the side off. The brush looks good. Looks good. Nothing wrong with that. It's not broken, not chipped. It's fine. It's fine. It's loosened up a bit. Wow. That is proper stuck in there. I think it's this. Oh, it's come. It's out. It's out. It's out. There we go. There we go. Look. Yeah, it's plastered in as well. That's why it wouldn't come out. It's just plastered in. That brush holder's all right. There's nothing wrong with that. Nice little. There's a little click in the centre of the trigger as it comes down. You hear that? I don't know if my mic's cutting it out because it's background noise, but anyway, I think that's all right. Rest of that. Wow, that's stuck fast. That bearing's rusted in on the stator. Rusted into the back of the gear assembly. Oh, that was tough. There we go. Show you what it was. You see that rust on the back of the bearing on the stator there. There's just a ring of rust right close to the windings. That was rusted against it. I mean, maybe I can just clean that off, to be fair. Doesn't look like it's damaged the bearing. Bearing feels alright as well. I've had a couple of these where... I've had one before where the bearing is just like you can hear it rattling and it just doesn't sound good. It sounds dry and knackered. But now this looks bad. This does look bad. But I've had the last one I did was just like this. The one you just saw in a picture a minute ago. It was rusted to hell. And once it was just brushed over and cleaned up, as long as the magnet has not started to like bubble and these actual metal rings around it are not starting to like delaminate and come apart, I've seen that as well, then it's all right. That will clean up. That will it just feels like surface rust. Yeah, I'll do it. Let me do a quick demo of that. In fact, where's that? And that's a question you guys might know. Got these which are like, I think this is it brass, is it? I don't know. There's one that's like a gold one and one that's like a metal one. And I usually clean with this one because it seems softer for the metal and stuff, but I don't know whether that's the right thing to be cleaning it with or what. I usually just a bit of a for the surface rust. This just give you an idea. I'm just doing this just to give you an idea today. Clean. So we'll get to it. See, it starts to come off, and it's pretty solid. It's not delaminated, so it's just surface rust. Just do a quick scrape of the inside. See, this magnet seems soft, and I don't know whether I should do that with a brush or not. It's not harmed it previously. It's one of those things I think I might learn a lesson from in the future and go, oh, I won't do that again. But you guys know whether I should be doing that or not, please tell me. You might know, as I've fixed some of these before. That is just a bit of alcohol. I'm just wiping the surface with it. There we go, look. Now that was looking like that was a minute ago. Now it's looking like that. This part here is the part I've just cleaned. There's no rust on it now. Touch it, just a smooth. The magnet's there. Feels good. It's not rusting or anything. It's not like bubbling. I've seen it like start to break up, like bubbling and breaking up previously, which means it's probably just knackered. It's not going to spin in there properly without catching it, and that's going to be alright, that is. I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to go out on a limb. Usually the last thing to go, though I have seen a gear with a broken tooth in one of these. Yeah, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say there's nothing wrong with this drill. As in, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Just that someone couldn't be bothered to clean it. That, all this gunk in here and rust and crap, scratch it out. Steel on anything? Oh yeah, surface rust. That's the way. That's, to be honest, I didn't really know, to be fair, and that's the way it kind of felt to me. It just felt right not to be using that steel because it was quite tough compared to the brass, which is quite soft. So if I can get the ring out of that, that's just plaster. There's just plaster in it. And get that scratched out. Scratch it out with a screwdriver. Scratch the majority of that out. Brush it up. Cane it with a load of WD-40 and that'll free right up. Pull it apart. There's two little ball bearings in there, either side, which is part of the mechanism for grabbing hold of the actual drill bit. and just clean it all up, and then just whack a little bit of grease on it. I've been using this super lube for the drills, not in the bedroom. Yeah, it's quite good. Just put a tiny touch of that on the ball bearings that are in there, and it seems to work quite nicely. Yeah, I think that's cool. This is going to be I'm going to class that as an easy fix. In fact, I'm going to leave it open because I know it's going to be that easy. All I need to do is give it a good clean, and that'll be a working drill. I'm confident that that's going to be good. In fact, by the time I've cleaned it up, I'm going to go ahead and say it's going to be probably one of the better quality ones that I've had in out of the few I've done. It's going to be fine, that is. I suppose this is a question. I haven't looked at this, have I? That seems okay there. That's just surface rust on here as well. You can see. It's just surface rust, that is. Same thing. I just do the same thing. Just brush it off with a brass brush. I've had it where all the windings are caked in dirt and everything, and I'll just give them a good brush over. There's nothing wrong with it, man. It works like a charm. Works like a charm. That's why I stated it, Tona. That's why I stated the facts. Well, what I'm leading you to believe are the facts. That's what I stated. See? Cleans up okay. It's alright, that is. It's cleaned up. Other side that I've not done. Just a bit of surface rust, that's all that is. Same on that bearing. That bearing seems good to me. Just got a little bit of surface rust around the edge. I'm going to clean that up, it's going to be fine. Both bearings seem fine. That's just there's just a bit of gunk on the bearing at the back as well. That will clean off, I'm sure of it. People just can't be bothered to take care of their tools, that's what it is really. You wouldn't worry about the state of it with the surface rust, really? Okay, that's good to know. It's gonna be alright whatever, you reckon? Well, not you reckon, you probably know, so. Okay, cool, man. That's good to know that the surface rust on the stator isn't really an issue. Yeah, so I think that one's cracking. I think that is a winner. That is another impact driver. Another one in the bank. What else have we got? Let's see if this just came randomly as part of a job lot, but I don't think I'm even going to bother trying. I mean, I might have a go, but it might work. Will it work? Nah. WD and a tough brush. Love it. Hey, see? We're on the level. We're on the level. Bought a pack of toothbrushes for exactly that reason. Yeah, it's some little torch thing. Probably needs a new lens. I don't know how much the bits are or whatever. Oh no, the bulb actually looks alright. I don't know. It seems very minimal parts to it. I might have a look at it. I might have a look and see if I can fix it or do something with it. It'd be handy if I could. We'll see. It doesn't feel like there's anything to it, so I wonder if the switch works. Is it worth fixing with if the switch is gone right? What have we got here? Oh, I've got. Okay, so here's. No, that's the one. Is that the one I've just done? This is the problem, isn't it? You start putting them down and you go like, have I done that one? No, I've done that one. That's the one that needs brushes. These ones as well. I've had one of these and fixed it before. In fact, anyone who was here the first time round when I built the Makita battery, I'd had one of these and I'd replaced the motor in it because no brushes in it. It's just a sealed motor unit. And it's got warranty written on, pen on it. So they're so cheap, really. It's probably just good for parts like this and other bits and pieces, maybe. But I'll see what's wrong with it. I will open it up. I'm just not going to open it up tonight, probably. But I did fix one of those, and the motors were only like 15 quid. You know, for a drill. I don't know how much they are to buy now. I think they're probably only about 50 or 60 quid, I guess, something like that. But yeah, this is. I fixed one of these, and this. I burnt that drill out when I was building the battery for the Makita. When I did that live stream, the battery that set fire. That's what I did. I hooked it up to that one that I just fixed, and I melted the. I just destroyed the motor. It ended up sitting in parts, and I think it might have got chucked away, that one, in the end, because I was so demotivated by the fact that I'd burnt it to death after I just fixed it. Okay, so this is another DHP 458. Got the years on the side of them as well, which you can't see because of the light, but I've got the year and then this model number, but the year on this is 2018. It's not, it's not an old drill. It's not like it's 10 years old or something. It's 2 years old, and there's an issue with it, and someone's just gone like, well, just get another one, forget it. I'm like, they're decent. They're just, they feel decent. They seem like a decent drill to me. So I think I've been upsetting a lot of people on eBay because everyone that comes on, I just go in last minute, bid on them, and just like upset people and win them. Oh, here we go. Well, someone's had the brushes out of that. The brushes are out. The brush holder. Weird, but the brush holder is all bent over. Look, see that? Corner part at the back there. It's all bent over. That one looks okay. Bearing seems alright. It's not moving or rattling. Doesn't sound like a metal box of nails. Yeah, cool as. See you in a bit, man. Seems to be sticking slightly on the brush. That brush wants to move through there quite freely. That seems to be. Doesn't seem too bad. Okay, so good that the back of that's all right. Plain. Doesn't seem to be any issues with that. The fact that there's no brushes in it, and that's a little bit bent. If he had a problem with the brushes, or he put brushes in, and did the brush get stuck? That's why he had to bend it, maybe. The brushes got stuck in somehow. Did the brushes like something melt and couldn't get it out, so he bent it to get it out? Put new brushes in it, tested it, and said, "Oh, it's not working now. I've broke it." So then just gave up on it, maybe. It's possible. It's a possibility. Always intrigued. Sometimes you tells you the tail when you just open the when you just open the back up. You kind of go, like, okay, maybe I know what's going on with this. But then when it doesn't, just seems reasonably clean, apart from one or two strange things. I was interested to get inside and see what's really going on. Some of these screws just don't want to come out sometimes. guessing that'll come out as we go. Three screwdrivers, pretty much all you need to fix one of these. 3 screwdrivers, that's it. Interested to see how I'm actually doing on the stream. It looks like it's a lot better than previous. So I'm running at 1080. And previously my internet was so bad it just wouldn't handle it, like it was laggy and dropping frames and everything. But this actually seems like it's holding up, which I'm quite happy about. It's nice to know that it's capable of doing it here. Come on, me baby. Ooh, there was that screw. Where did that go? Oh, there it is. Yeah, I know what you're saying. It's like if you've got a drill, how do you let it get like that? I mean, maybe just some people are like, they're just like, you know, they give up before, like, they're like, well, no, you'd at least clean it at the end of the day or something, brush it off or something, you know what I mean? Get something on it. I mean, you know, even if I didn't know, I'd probably open it up. If it's broke anyway, you think it's broke anyway, and why not just rip it open and go, can I do anything with this? And then, right, at this time as well, now, you know, you can go on YouTube and just go like, how do I fix this drill? Or, this is broken, what can I do with it? You know, or whatever. It's just like, how do I take apart one of these? You can go and get all that information. There's no real reason not to go out and actually try and do this stuff, you know. It's a bit crazy. Ah, there we go. There we go. There's the tale told, isn't it? The, I guess it's the fan for actually, it's melted solid to it. The actual, this part, which is this fan for the actual stator, has come. That's what I think's just about to happen in that other one I opened. Why there's melted plastic inside it. I don't know if that's burnt out. Anyway, it's come away from that, so. Which essentially renders this, well, in my head, renders this useless, because this is all melted inside here. I can't like glue it back on and expect it to actually do its job, I guess, but that's a shame, because everything else looks really clean. That's a brush holder and a stator for that. If I want to get that back up and running, yeah, it's all melted in there. Look. It's all just melted together. I did see the signs of it melting on the outside and thinking like something had got stuck. That's what's happened. The brushes have got stuck in it and he's bent it over. He's bent the brush holder over to try and get them out and stuff. Yeah, that's an upset little drill. Same thing, brush holder. Well, that trigger seems quite strong, quite firm, quite good. Doesn't seem like there's an issue with that at all, that trigger. I don't think. As I say, I'm not an expert, but I've heard a couple, and that one sounds like one of the better ones. And remember to put the screws back in the trigger this time, because that's knackered, so that's going. It's a brush holder, brushes, and a stator, which is about, from what I saw before, it's about £22. So that's a £22 fix for that drill. Which, you know, and doing it yourself ain't difficult. You spend flipping £100 on drill, 22 quid just to fix it, like for 3 quite large parts in it as well. Stator, brushes, brush holder, It's not actually that bad, really. 22 quid. It's not terrible, is it? The condition of the drill, I mean, it's a 2018 drill. Yeah, they do look a bit toasty, don't they? Look very toasty. Yeah, they are blackened, aren't they? Yeah, it's a bit black, that. Toasty. Something I need to kind of learn a little bit about, stuff like that with the stators and the windings and stuff, because you know, I know there's probably tests you can do, like continuity tests and things like that. I don't really know enough about them, but I'm sure there's some sort of test you can do to see if they're still working or if they're in, you know, they're just completely gone or what, or I don't know. I'm guessing there's some sort of, because it's not one winding, is it? Are they in like pairs or something, or threes or something like that? Or is it like, I don't know. Something I need to like have a look at really to know some more about. To be fair, it's got some general crap in it, but it seems okay. Seems like it's actually been kind of taken care of for the most part, I suppose, but it's not scratched or bashed outside. Okay, so I'm going to just drop that back in. Sorry, I keep realising that I'm out of shot. I'm doing some of this stuff. Let's get on the front there. It's a little bit dirty inside. It's got a bit of dust, but it's nothing major. I've seen a lot worse than that. That's in good. That's in good nick. That's good because these are like 25 quid each. Probably get one second hand for like 20 quid. Which is another thing, you know, even if you pay like 20 quid for one of these, I mean, it's look at the draw really, but you pay 20 quid for one of these, even if that's broken and you don't eat, it's not like, you know, you can't or wouldn't fix it because it's too expensive to fix or whatever. Even if it's that, you know, trigger, these are 25 quid new, sell it second hand for 8 quid, let's say, 10 quid. This, I know you can sell these second hand for like at least 15, probably 20 quid. You know, gear assembly. Sell this with the chuck and everything, you know what I mean? Oh, that's a good point. How's the chuck doing? Right, okay. Yeah, I think I've seen I've seen one of these Makitas, a brushless one that has got a three-phase. I've seen that three-phase one. Yeah, that three-phase stator that you're talking about. I have seen it in one of them. Yeah, I remember when I first joined the forum. He was rewinding a motor and stuff. Yeah, I remember when he was doing that. He's the only one mad enough to do it. The mad thing is that he doesn't think it's mad. He thinks it's normal, which is like, yeah, that's. I mean, you know, that's completely perplexing to me. Two brush holders, two lots of brushes, and a stator so far. For what I would consider 3 working drills. So what's that? It ain't a terrible amount of money anyway, let's put it like that. $16, $30, say 30, say 50 odd quid. So with that one as well, if it just goes straight back together, it's going to be like 50 quid for 4 working drills, 2 impacts and 3 of these. Is that right? Did it do 3 of these? No, that's wrong. I'm calculating for 3 and I've only done 2 of an so it's only a brush stator. And a brush holder and brushes. Should write this down really while I'm going through them, shouldn't I? Mark them up like drill number 1 needs this, drill number 2 needs this. I've only gone and lost one of the screws, haven't I? No, there it is, look. What time are we on? What time are we on? 22. I have to go in a little while. I've got work early in the morning. Back at it. And it's not just down the road in Hensford tomorrow. It's a flipping hour's drive, so. Oh, chuck. I didn't check the chuck. Seems good. Seems good. And the thing with these is, sometimes you can, if you rattle them, there's a bearing right in the head of it, and that can go as well. That seems all right. Everything seems okay with that. It's quite clean as well. It's not like battered and scratched or anything. It's quite a clean drill. It's not terrible, that. A little bit of bumping on the rubber there, but it's fine. Let's put those 2 back in there. I think I might. Let's open this brushless one, Tony, and we shall see, shan't we? Wonder if, because this brushless will probably have a, because I'm sure it's similar to it looks like an old one, like a really old version of the one my mate had me open his, and I was like, oh mate, I just don't know, because I had that like 3-phase motor in it and stuff, and I was like, a bit beyond me at this point. That was one of the first ones I opened after I fixed the impact driver and that other one that I changed the motor in. And then he goes, oh, have a look at mine, it's not working. And I had a look and I was like, a little bit. I have no idea what all those parts do, so I can't really say. I had a feeling it was the trigger though. I feel it was the trigger, or it was the actual, like, the kind of the 3-phase wiring part of it, basically. No, actually, I think I tested the voltage out of the back of the trigger. I think I did something like that, which told me it wasn't, which made me think it wasn't the trigger. I think that's what I did. It doesn't look like an old one. It's like a weird colour. It's like a more metallic thing. I don't know. I've never seen one like this. So maybe that's why it's just feeling a bit. But yeah, it's definitely a brushless one. Obviously, there you go. Let's take the front. Let's see where we're at. God, my white t-shirt is completely black. Why do I feel like someone's been inside this already? Something about it that's telling me someone's been in it. It's something about it that tells me it's a really old drill. It's probably just been sitting in a garage dead for years and years. If anything, I've got some spare screws. I know it is plastic. As I'm taking it off, I feel it's plastic. Wow. And it's rusted. Oh God, it's got cobwebs in it. It's just been somewhere for a while. Yeah. Oh dear. Oh, you poor thing. Doesn't sound like a good noise, that. Never heard one of them doing that before. That loose. Sounds bad, and it looks dry as a bone inside that gear assembler. I'll tell you that now. Pins on the side of it are rusted. It doesn't look like a happy drill, this at all. I don't think anyone's. This has been sitting somewhere forever. This is just. God. It's a bit rusty. Maybe it's okay. Maybe it has just been sitting somewhere forever and no one's touched it. That's why. Look at that. That is a bit rusty. Yeah, so this is one of the 3-phase ones, isn't it? Looking at that. Well, you know what? I'm going to put it last on the list, and I'm probably going to clean it up. I'll clean it up and clean all the surface rust off it and everything, because it ain't going to take me more than like 15 or 20 minutes to do that. Probably clean the actual parts and stuff, and I'm just going to put it back together and see if it does anything. That's what I'm going to do. Clean it as much as possible and just put it back together and see what happens. There are little cobwebs inside. There are little spiders living inside there. They were all happy until I went and opened it up, weren't they? Oh God, it's an old boy. Sounds like it works. Which is probably a silly thing to say, but doesn't seem like. We shall see. I'm going to put that one to the back of the list and see what happens with it, I think. Oh, look. Here we go. Look. This is the same thing I saw on my mate's, the one I looked at for my mate. It's a little bit of like, see it, a little bit of delamination. Don't know how they're stuck together, all these rings anyway, to be fair, but seems like it's got the rust starting to. Should clean up fine. Okay, yeah. I am going to have a look at it. I'm going to put it to the back of the list, but I am going to have a look at it towards the end and see if I can't do anything with it, or see if it just works, you know. The question is, what's the chuck like? The chuck looks beaten to hell, to be fair. Okay, yeah. Yeah, the chuck is just solid, so we'll see about that, because plus it's missing the speed adjusting. Well, that's only the button, I suppose, but yeah, it's definitely at the back of the list, that one. There's also the option of just putting it back on eBay as spares or repairs and see if someone else has got parts for it or is willing to fix it if it doesn't work. Plus, I'll have done half a job for them because I'll have cleaned it up by that point. So you never know. You never know. Oh, you see the clearance thing I thought would have been an issue on those other ones as well that weren't 3-phase, but is that not the case then? They're a bit more they're not as precise, if you like, or something. Well, I've got 2 viewers. I think it's you and me, Tony. It's just you and me. I think the second one is me, the second viewer, so certainly no one else saying a damn thing, so where have I missed one from? This one from there. There's 1, 2 for the back, that's right. Let's do that. Don't even know what the model number is. I think it's an old boy. Something is leading me to believe it's an old boy. Still got my cider out. Let's get that. Better. Much better. Just loosely screwing all these back together. I'm probably going to pull it apart again at some point. So. That one can go to the back of the pile. How many have I got? I've got 3 left. Look at that. Oh my god, 2019. Okay, this is the last one I'm going to open, but just look at that drill. Like, there aren't any scratches on it. It's like pretty new. Look at it. Oh, there's no screws in the back of it. Interesting. It's got brushes in. One of the brushes looks beaten up. It's like there's a piece chipped off the side of it. If you can see that little black gap in there, that is where a piece of the brush is missing. Sorry, that one looks okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Rust kills EMF. Okay. Yeah, I should really like do some sort of research about these things as well, really. Take that one out. A brush. See, there's that broken bit of the brush. I don't think it's a killer, but it's just, why is it like that? Question. Piece chipped off it. Someone just tried to ram it in there or tried to force it out or something. To one side. What have they been trying to do with that? Is that one there? Oh. Oh, that's tough. Okay, that's interesting. That brush just slide out of there. And it's getting caught. It's actually hard to push in, so the spring may not be pushing that down properly or something. It looks okay. But that shouldn't feel like that. It should just slide in and out. It might even be like grease or oil or something. I don't know. It's pinching it there. That's interesting. Could it just be that it's a brush holder, or it just needs reshaping? Maybe it's a bit bent. I mean, the drill is in absolutely amazing condition. I can't believe that there's something awfully wrong with this inside. It could be anything like, but you know, just doesn't. There's no burns in it, and that's interesting as well. In the back of here, there's usually two little blue rubber parts. In fact, I bought a load of spares the other day when I bought these. That's what like presses up against the back. I think it keeps that bearing kind of central, or keeps pressure on it or something, those little rubber bungs. But they're missing out of the back of that. We shall see. I mean, you know, if this is just brushes, that is like £100 drill that someone's just gone at it. It doesn't work. You know what I mean? You know, how much spare cash have you got to just like chuck £100 worth of fucking power tools out the window for no real reason? More spare cash than me, that's for sure. Oh, side note. I'm selling a lady's electric bike if anyone wants to buy one. I'm in Staffordshire in the UK if you're interested. Drop a note in the comments. It's going on eBay soon if no one wants to buy it. In fact, I should put it on the forum, shouldn't I, Tom? See if anyone wants it for someone or anything. Because it's all done and dusted now, that lady's electric bike I was building. It's done. It's just sitting there waiting to be sold now. In fact, to be honest, first time the other day I fully charged it, so I do want to go out and on a decent run on it and just make sure the battery's all happy being discharged fully and recharged and things. But other than that, you know, it should be fine anyway. But other than that, yeah. I've got 95 Samsung batteries sitting here as well, which I have considered selling singly, as there's such a shortage of batteries in the UK at the moment, or everywhere, should I say. I've got like 90 batteries sitting here. I've got about 10 Samsung 25Rs as well. They're brand new. Well, would you look at that? It's basically just brand new, that is. There isn't even any dust in it. Like, there's nothing. I'm seeing like a bit of black on the windings, which may not bode well, but let's see. Has the same thing happened to this that's happened to the others? Yeah, I hear you, mate. I know what you're saying. Okay, so why has this been deemed spares or repairs? What's going on here? Can't tell whether that's... I'm going to cross-reference that with a good one and see if this black stuff down here is... I think it looks like some melted plastic, maybe. It looks okay, though. This fan is still fixed on. It doesn't look like anything's melted severely, I think. Oh, okay. There looks like a bit of melting on the brush holder. There's a bit of melting on the brush holder. I can show you that. See that lump on top of there? That is not meant to be there. That's plastic that's started to melt. That lump right there. Focus. Yeah, just about to see it. Yeah. Yeah, I think, yeah. It's a good shout, mate. It's basically a technical help forum anyway, as it's titled, so it's like you just add more, just push everything that's in there into an e-bike section and then create some others as well. You can broaden it to whatever, can't you, really? You want to start adding RC to it and stuff as well. I don't see how. It's only a good addition, isn't it? Just more stuff. Same with all forums. You come in there for what you come in there for. You know what I mean? To find stuff on the topic you're looking at, and then that looks okay. Look, chippings of metal. See those little bits of metal around the edge? The magnet there just caught on it. And there, see that one? Where has that come from? That's the question. A little bit of metal there. Where's it from? Not much, but there are little bits from somewhere. Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, mate. I've got a whole selection of lubes up here. Loads of them. What else have I got? Got some classic 3-in-1. I've got some 3-in-1 with PTFE as well. Oh. What else have I got? Oh, look. Little German number. Some sewing machine oil. Good little lube, that is. Hello, Az. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Broken Drill Centre. Is this broken? Tell me now. It's a little bit black in there, like melted plastic and stuff. No, I'm not going to rewind anything. Definitely not. Don't worry about that. It's not happening. Yeah, I'm wondering whether... Because the thing is, I don't want to replace the brushes and the holder, which needs doing in this. And I don't want to throw that back in there if it's just going to... The same thing's going to happen, you know. Oh, is that completely cooked, is it, right? Okay. Tell me why, Az. All that black shouldn't be there. Is that what you're saying? All this black around here? It's completely cooked and thicked. Okay. That was cooked as that one. That one, the actual plastic fan things come off it anyway, but look how black that is. And that is pretty black. Focus! Focus, damn you! That's pretty cooked. The fan had melted on that one. So I need a new one of these. So that's 2 sets of these I've got to get. You're only guessing. Come on. What's the way of testing if it's cooked? Is there a way of testing it, or you just go like, well, you can't really test it, you just have to can it and get a new one? To be fair, like I was saying earlier, they're 22 quid for like that, the brush holder and the brushes, so it's not the end of the world, especially when the drill is in this good nick. That one is going in the bin. I can't use bearings off it or anything anyway, or anything like that, because they're all just like pressed on and stuff, so it's just like a throwaway part, unfortunately. But yeah, bin. Boom. Oh, okay. It does look pretty black in there, to be fair. Okay. I'm going to go with what you say. Brushes actually looks alright on that one, apart from a little chip. That needs a new brush holder. Other than that, it's a nice clean drill, that is. It's a clean one. Test the continuity to the stator from the winding. Okay. So for an idiot like me, do you want to just explain that? So touch the winding to the and continuity to the actual stator, the rings on the outside of the stator. From here to here, basically, is that what you're saying? And if it's shorted, it's no good. Is that what you're saying? Also, is your shop, are you back open as? Are your shop open again now? Is your shop open again? So I want to bring my missus's phone in and have you sort the glass out on the back. Yeah, that's it. Test. Okay. So for the price of it, I think I'm just going to can it. Is what we're saying, because I can get it for like just over 20 quid. I can get a new stator, new brushes, and new brush holder, which I need the brushes and the brush holder anyway, which are about 12 or 14 quid. So I might as well just add the rest and get that as well, mightn't I? That's what I'm saying. I think that's what you're saying too. Oh, sorry, I thought it was Az that said that about the DMM, blah blah blah. Yeah, okay. I don't think I don't have one of them anyway, so just get new. Roger that. Roger that. I think that's a yes to the fact that your shop is open. I think is what you're saying there. Hopefully. I'll drop you a text tomorrow or something. Sort out. Is it? What's the deal? Is it like a? I'll just come in with it, and you. Is it a quick fix? Is it a fix while I wait type deal? Is it or what? Or is it going to take like a while to sort it? This one's going to go back together. So I now need 2 stators, 2 brush holders, 2 sets of brushes, and I will have 4 working drills, I believe. So that's going to be nigh on 55 pund. 55 of your finest English pund. You're on holiday now in Wales? Well, you need to bloody come back then, don't you? Oh, that sounds good, mate. Nice. Sounds good. Yeah, I'll drop you a message too. Nice one. So yeah, just I'll drop you a message later in the week or whatever when you're back. I'll probably be I'm working all week, so it'll probably be next weekend or something. I'll drop in and sort it out. Drop in and sort it out. Yeah, so 50 of the finest British pund, and I think this one will be back on the road. Nice drill as well. Like spotless. Don't even have to do anything to that. Literally just change those parts over. I've got to clean it or brush it up or make tart it or anything. It's just good. Oh, beggars. Beggars. Forgot those screws out of the flipping trigger again. It's fine. Put them in my little magnetic dish. It'll be fine. So I'm still toying with the idea of building a scooter. Oh dear. The question is, Tony, are you okay? Are you happy about that fact? It's like Monday. Oh, hasn't come back. Strange. Tuesday. Still hasn't come back. Wednesday. She's not coming back, is she? Thursday. I don't think she's coming back. Friday. Yes. Party. Let's go out. Get out on the town. She ain't coming back. Hey. The new drills are 3-phase, and I have the 21700 cells in them. Yeah, I do want to build one. I'm going to show you. I keep skipping between ideas on scooters and stuff. I really do. I just keep like, I'm going to show you what I'm thinking of doing. I'll show you. Hang on a sec. It's what? Let's see if I can scooter. Some guys in France that have built some that I saw, which I was quite interested in. Look for some images. I'm hoping I can do this quickly and not just keep you all sitting here while I'm just searching through it. It's kind of like that, but it's not as ridiculous as that, so I won't get that one up. Come on, show it to me. Show me something. It's like that, but it's not that. It was fine until I met her. Excellent. Oh dear. Let's see if I can find. Oh, it's asking me to log in. Oh, for God's sake. I hope it's the right one. This is taking too long now, isn't it? Getting upset with me, aren't you, in the background? I can tell. I can tell you're getting upset. Just wait. It'll be worth it in the end. Stay calm. Wait for me. God, I'm sure I pinned some of these. Where are they? This is annoying as hell. E-bikes and scoots. There we go. Stop messaging me. Like this. Let's have a look. See if I can get. Okay. It's coming. It's coming. Just hold on. Just hold. Just hold there. Just hold the line. Just hold. Some strange Russian sites, but this I've been kind of. I hope she doesn't see that comment as. I'm only pissed off because I can't take the piss. You can take the piss, mate. Take the piss out of anything. It's fine. Take the piss. Look at it. Look at what I'm doing to my cutting mat. Look at it. Look at the state of it. It's got plaster and all sorts of stuff all over it. You can rag on me about that. Yeah. Here's this. Here's what I'm talking about. Here's what I'm talking about. Open image in a new tab. That'd be even better, wouldn't it? This isn't a definite. This is just I'm just toying with stuff like that. This is what I'm thinking about. Something like this, but in the frame here. Like I'm gonna put some sort of battery in the frame in this section here, right here. I'm gonna do something. I want rear suspension on it. I want both suspension on it, but I like this, and I like this idea of this with a 1500 watt on the back of it. I'm not sure whether it needs to be like what sort of motor it needs to be, whether it needs to be more torquey or what, or yeah. But anyway, I've not even really thought much about it, but I'm just thinking that I like this style of thing. I'm digging this. You broke it in, Tony. It's fine. You broke it in. That's what it's meant to be there. That's what it's there for. It's there to be burnt and cut and messed with. It's all good. Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm thinking about doing. Something like that. But I'm also thinking about welding the frame myself, which is going to be tough because I don't really weld. But I've had a little go at. Done a day's worth of MIG, and I've had a couple of goes at TIG. And I'm interested in TIG welding the frame myself. But sometimes I set myself challenges that are probably just a little bit too much for me, and I shouldn't. But you know, we'll see. I guess 3 kilowatt minimum. Yeah, it's about BMX size. Yeah, that's right. As yeah. It's probably. Yeah, I've been thinking about it. I don't know. I like the fact that it's quite high up off the. I like the fact that the foot plate is quite high off the ground just for scraping and stuff and getting over things. 3 kilowatt. That's going to be it's going to be expensive apart from anything else, let alone just flipping powerful. But I suppose off road. I mean, you know, I will take suggestions on that from you because I don't know what I'd really need for it to be a proper dirt track kind of scooter. Like, do you know what I mean? Like to really take it off road and up some hills and stuff in the dirt. You know what I mean? That's what I'd want to use it for. I don't want to use it on the road anyway, but just something I can really like have a good clown around on. That's what I'm considering anyway. That's what I've been thinking about. Right, I have got 2 more, but I think I'm gonna have to call it a night because I'm got some work to do in the morning. Well, I'm at work in the morning, should I say? So I need to knock it on the head for the night. I just wanted to go through them. So I came in from eBay earlier in the week. I haven't had a chance to look at them. Wanted to have a bit of a nosy really and see what was there and see if I just bought a load of rubbish, see if it was indeed trash or treasure, what I needed to do. There we go, look. A little bit of alcohol for the matte clean. It's going to be good as new in a second, Tony. It'll be good as new. Look at that. Oh, it's perfect. Absolutely perfect. Like it's never seen a day's work in its life, look. Beauty. Plus I just like the smell of alcohol when I'm spraying it. That's perfect timing, look. My last sip of my cider as well. 2 hoverboard motors in that. And drill and spoke the hubs. I think that'd be powerful enough. Hoverboard motors on that to go dirt tracks. I've seen a guy on YouTube do that with hoverboard motors, spoke them up. Some guy in like, he must be in like South America or something, I think. Can't remember his name. He's quite a cool, he does a few cool videos though. He's worth checking out. I can't remember what he was called, channel. But he's definitely worth checking out. Hoverboard sitting under your desk. Oh, right, okay. Got to use them for something. Fair enough. Never had a go on one. I'd like a go on one, to be honest. I'd thought about building an electric longboard because I used to skateboard when I was a kid. And I have thought about building an electric longboard, to be honest. I'm still interested in building an electric longboard. But they seem quite expensive for what they are. I'd get a nice, big, old school Santa Cruz longboard or something. Yeah, I figured it wouldn't be powerful enough yet. Still useful for on road and messing around with and stuff. Yeah, thought about building a longboard. I'm interested in building one of those longboards. That's the problem with building stuff. If you're not going to like keep it and use it all the time and stuff, it's the selling side of it, isn't it? It's like Tony was saying on stream the other night. You know, the liability of like selling something like that when you're building batteries and that, it's just not worth it. You know, if you're gonna build it and just push on to like not keep it and sell it in the end anyway, then you might as well just you might as well just go out and buy a battery from somewhere, do you know what I mean, and use that and stick it on, because at least they can deal with the battery side of it, you know what I mean. You don't have to deal with it really. It's too much stress to be building batteries for people and stuff, really. People want to build them, it's just like, this is how you do it, this is what you need, go and build it, you know what I mean. Right. I'm not surprised. Why are they like 24 volt and you stuck 96 through it? 50 amps. You know, was it just a puddle of plastic when you finished? Christ. Right, I'm leaving. I'm going. Gents, I'm going to wash up myself. I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you this horrific drill that's all rusted solid and everything. I'm going to show you it all happy and nice. And the fact that I didn't spend a penny on it. That's what I'm going to do. Come back next time and I'll show it to you. I'll show you. Right, I'm going to shoot off, guys. Nice one for dropping in. Appreciate it. Keeping me company while I'm messing around. Yeah, take it easy. Azzy, I'll give you a bell in the week about coming over to sort the phone out for me. Nice one. Yeah, cool. I'll give you a bell. I'll speak to you anyway. Tony, take it easy, man. I'll see you on a stream or something, or speak to you online or whatever. Or you can pop down to Azzy's shop when I go down there and we can all meet up and say hello. How's about that? Yeah, I like it relaxing tone. I like it. Take it easy, man. See you later, both. Enjoy your rest of your evening, what left of it, and the week. And I'll see you later. Ta-ra a bit. Ta-da. Ta-da.